Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 44 of Saving Southend with me, Bearlenation. Today is all about the summer transfer window, and we kick off our championship campaign as we have gone into level 2 of the English football pyramid. Quite an unbelievable season last year, and we're looking forward to seeing what this year can bring. Roll the intro, let's meet the new faces, and let's kick off this campaign. And here we are then, the first summer signing was Mel Mitchell from TNS over in Wales. We paid £15,000 for this 19-year-old. He's on £1,900 a week, currently 3.5 star. Potential for maybe even 5 star, 6 foot. Can play at centre-back and at right-back. He'll probably primarily be playing at centre-back this season. Heading could be a little bit better at 9, but that's something we can work on in training with him. Marking 12, tackling of 13. He's got really good mentals. Bravery of 17 means he's not going to be shying away from anything. Got good composure, good decision making, good concentration as well. Position of 15, strength of 11, and jumping reach of 14. £15,000 for Mel, and I think he's going to be a really, really good player in this team and someone that can come in and make an immediate difference for us. £1,900 a week it's a little bit more expensive on a 2-year deal, but what I found this summer is a lot of players wanted £6,000, £7,000, £8,000 a week, so we've really had to use our wage budget carefully, and we'll have a quick look at the finances as well. But welcome Mel to the club, and I hope you have a really strong season. Next up, welcome Charles Bolly, a man that we signed on a pre-contract agreement, so even in League One we would have still had him. £2,500 a week on a 2-year deal, 25 years old, can play all across that attacking midfield line. He will primarily be playing on the left and in the middle. 3.5 star, potential 4.5 star. When you look at this kid, he is unbelievable for this level of football, I think. Dribbling of 12, first touch of 13, passing of 11, technique of 15. Physically as well, he can get up and down the pitch with his pace and natural fitness. Stamina could be a little bit better at 9, but I think he's going to be a really good prospect here. Decision making of 13 as well, and off the ball of 10 could be improved a little bit. But I think £2,500 a week for Charles is a really good buy. He's come over from a Feverencos, I think that's how you pronounce it, over in Hungary. And as a Scottish player, we were able to get around any sort of permit rules as well, which were really good. So I'm excited to see what Charles can do here. And here is Glenn Middleton, another attacking midfielder, come on a free transfer from Crystal Palace, another Scottish player. £5,750 a week is a bit more of an expensive deal on a 2-year deal. 3.5 star, playing close to his potential at the age of 24, but I think he can have a really good impact here for the next 2 seasons. Crossing of 14, dribbling of 15, passing of 12, technique of 14. Again, pace of 14, stamina of 12 is better, and acceleration of 12 means he's going to be quick off the mark, and we aren't going to have to be swapping him about a lot. 62 games in his career, 7 goals. I think he's got quite a lot of experience to add to this team here. And I think on a free transfer, Glenn was a really good signing for us. Another attacking midfielder. After losing the 3 Arsenal attacking midfielders last season, we needed to replace us. We did try and get them all back on loan, but they wouldn't have it. So we ended up having to sign 3 permanent players, which I don't think is a bad thing because we might be able to profit off these. And they are our players ultimately, and they won't need replacing every year. Welcome Taylor Perry. He's come on a free transfer from Wolves. 23 years of age, £2,400 a week on a 3-year deal. Again, can play primarily across the attacking midfield role and in central midfield. Probably be playing more in the attacking midfield role than he would centrally, I think. But he's got some really good physicals on him. Pace of 13, stamina of 13, acceleration of 14, good composure and good vision. Passing of 12, dribbling of 13. I think he's got the makings of a really strong player. My only slight worry is at the age of 23, he's never played a professional game before, but I think on a free transfer, he was definitely worth a punt. Welcome to our new central midfielder, Lewis Stewart. We've gone back to Arsenal, and we've only got 1 player from them this summer, rather than getting 3 or 4, so we don't have as many gaps. 18 years of age, 3.5 star ability, potential for maybe 5. I think Lewis looks a really, really good prospect. Passing of 15 already at such a young age. First touch of 16 as well, technique of 17, work rate of 17, teamwork 17. Determination could be a little bit better, but he's got good stamina. I think if you can mould him into a player there, he will be a really strong performer if you can just get some of those stats up. But at the age of 18, costing us nothing a week for 1 year on loan, I think Lewis was a really astute signing for us, and he looks like he will be a key member of this championship squad. We brought a bit more experience to the squad with the signing of Gary Gardner on a free transfer from Birmingham, £2,800 a week on a 2-year deal. He's playing pretty much close to his potential, or at his potential, I should say. But 6'2" in the midfield, he's basically going to be a midfield general for us. Passing of 13, tackling of 13, off the ball 13, team weight 15, weight rate 14. He's really going to work hard for us. Stamina still at the age of 32 is 14. Obviously pace of 8 does worry me a bit, and acceleration, but I think when you look at him, he's a really good signing for us, and the experience that he will bring to the squad will be absolutely invaluable. And these are the sort of players that I'd wanted in this first championship season to help us stay up and then look forward to the next few seasons to progress. 266 games under his belt already. He's got plenty of experience at championship level, as you can see here, playing 40 games in 18-19 for Birmingham. Scored goals as well at this level, so I think he could be a really underrated signing for us. I think he'll be one of those quiet players that will go about his business, go under the radar, but do his job for us. Welcome, Gary. Welcome back, Dan Nlundulu. We were struggling for strikers. I think we needed 1 or 2 more because we were very light on numbers, especially, again, we didn't really have anyone permanently here. We went to the transfer list and found Dan, and he's come back to the club for £140,000 from Serie B. 3.5-star ability potential for 25 years old on £4,800 a week on a 4-year deal. Is an expensive deal, but I think Dan will do the business for us. And we know what he's like. We've had him here before. Finishing of 11, composure of 6 does worry me a little bit in this league, but I still think he's a really good player. First touch of 12, concentration of 12, decisions of 13, balance of 11, strength of 15, pace of 14. I think Dan has got all the makings to become a bit of a legend this season. He's played a lot of games since he was last with us, where he scored 9 goals in 18 games. He's not scored as many, but I still think that Dan will be a really important sign for us here. And £140,000 seemed a really cheap deal for someone of Dan's quality. Welcome back, Dan. Now this is a bit of a different signing. Welcome Yestin Lewis. He's come from Chelmsford on a free transfer. 17 years of age on £475 a week on a 2-year deal. We've loaned him back out to Kings Lynn to get him some experience. But when you look at some of these technicals, dribbling 12, finishing 16, first touch 15, acceleration 30, he's got some good physicals as well. I think he could be quite a good player for us if we can get him some game time. He's got the potential to be 3.5, maybe even 4.5 stars. The only thing that does worry me is his intelligence might not be the best, but to play at a high level, but I think he was worth a punt on a free transfer. He scored 4 goals in 25 games throughout his career. He's come from, as I said, Vanarama South, where he got 4 in 21. He's gone back down to Vanarama North, but I think for a free transfer, he was certainly worth a punt to see how he develops. And last, but certainly no means least, is another free signing in Jaden Stockley. £2,800 a week on a 3-year deal. He is 30 years old, currently 3-star, potential 3.5-star. But again, someone that's got a lot of experience at this level that could maybe dig us out of problems throughout the season where we are struggling a little bit, and bring that experience to the squad and just help mentor players. I think that's going to be the key thing. He's got still good physicals on him at the age of 33, finishing of 14, composure of 14, an aggressive player and anticipates the ball. Works hard for his team and off the ball and heading of 15. 6'3" as well, so he could be a bit of a set piece threat for us. I'm looking forward to seeing what impact that Jaden has here. And those are all the incomings at the moment, viewers. We might make 1 or 2 more as the transfer window progresses. We spent £140,000 and we've loaned out a lot of players again and sold a couple and brought in £120,000. Notably leaving the club was Matteo Mija, a player that didn't get a work permit, unfortunately, in January, so he signed a pre-contract with Cordoba and just went. We sold Dimane Miller, a man that we've had here for a number of years now. Played just 2 games last season. Wigan came calling at £60,000. I accepted the deal because I knew he wasn't going to make this team. Another one I'm sad to see go is Max Robson, but again, a man that was out on loan last season, wasn't going to feature here this year, and Plymouth have got him for £10,000. Other than that, as you can see, we've just loaned a lot of players out and managed to get a lot of money for some players as well to aid their development and help us financially. Let's have a quick look at the finances. and then we'll get straight into this championship game. So the current balance of the club is £3.3 million, not far off being 3.4. Wage budget wise, we are £4,600 underspent, which is good. I want to stay under that wage budget. That is the key thing for me. We are trying to get Jason Cummings off that wage budget at £5,000. He looks like he could be signing a loan deal where we will pay half of those wages, so we'll be paying £2,500. Did try and agree a deal for him to leave permanently, but the board wouldn't accept it. But financially, I think we're in a very healthy position, especially when you look at this graph to say it dipped below to minus 952,000. And then from there, it's only gone up. We've never dipped back under again. And it's increased in steep peaks as well. And the transfer budget remains at 1.8 million. And season preview wise, then, we are predicted to finish 23rd, 250 to 1 for the title. I'm aiming for finishing 21st this season. Frankly, that is what I'm aiming for. We've not got anyone in the media dream 11, but when you look at two particular names in there, I think this is going to be a really tough league for us. Wilfred Zaha is still at Crystal Palace. Jack Grealish is still at Aston Villa. And Alfredo Morelos is at Brighton as well. I'm hoping that they might go in this transfer window to make the league a little bit easier for us, but I do think it's going to be a really difficult challenge. Let's get straight into this first game of the championship season as we take on Hull City, who are my team, as you can see from those shirts behind me. But don't worry, my loyalties in this save remain with Southend. And here we are then, the first starting 11 of the championship season is Archie Mayer in goal, who is here for his third consecutive season on loan. Ken Lock at left back, Medley and Lucas Stevenson in the centre is making his debut, a player that we signed last season from Liverpool on a free transfer. Mel Mitchell steps in at right back as Prince Atim has picked up an injury. Gary Gardner and Stewart are in the middle, with Mouthrin on the left, Taylor Pellier on the right, Bolly is in behind, and Lundulu leading that line for us. Looking for a strong start to this championship season. When I say a strong start, I'm after a point. I'm under no illusions that this is going to be a really, really difficult season for us. Interestingly, Hull's manager is Sam Ricketts, a former player of Hull, a bit of a legend at the club as well. We'll get those fist pumping and tell the boys that we expect them to put in performance and we've got the faith in them to go and do it. And here we are then, the championship campaign is underway. There's a highlight straight away, Lundula into Stewart, Kenlock. I'm excited to see how these new faces do. Gardner out to Perry. Can we get a magic start here? The perfect start. Perry's tried to get in the ball. Mitchell, ball in. Lundulu, oh, it's gone wide. Oh, Lundulu almost tried to score on his second debut for the club, and it goes straight out for a goal kick. Kenlock picks it up though from a poor goal kick into Stewart, back to Kenlock, looking for Perry and finds him. Good touch, he's lost the ball but he's picked it back up again. Looking for Lundulu, gets him, tight angle, oh, and the keeper's put it round for a corner. No, it's gone out for a goal kick. And that is the end of the highlight. That is a good start that we've had 2 attempts already on the whole goal. I think we'll demand a little bit more from the players. They're playing quite a big gap in the middle there between the attacking midfielders and the central midfielders, so hopefully we can exploit that. Bolly finds Mitchell, what can he do? Ball in, Mouthrin's there, Mouthrin, wrong side of the post again, and it looked like it was going in, but it's not. Middlesbrough are currently 2-0 up against one of the teams that were promoted, Portsmouth, who we obviously beat on the last day to win the championship. Kenlock ball in, it caused all sorts of problems, but it's cleared by Pugimal. Kenlock chases it down, but Dykes picks it up for Hull here. Gets a ball in to Barnes. Oh my word, what a goal that is by Chris Barnes. That's the first goal. Well, that's the first attempt that we've seen Hull having it. It's come to a goal, and I think that is the issue that we've got this season is there's just some unbelievable quality in this league that can pull something out of nothing. Chris Barnes, one touch outside the D, and he absolutely rifles that in past Archie Mayer into the top corner. It could be a rude awakening for us here. We've had some chances as well to go 1 or 2 up. Kenlock into Mouthrin. What can he do? Cuts inside into Gardner. Finds Perry. Back to Stewart. Plays it forward to Bolly. Into Lundu. Mouthrin. And Mouthrin at the wrong side of the post again. Oh, Rashawn Mouthrin. I thought he was going to get another opportunity. We've had 3 shots on target from 8 shots. And Hull have just had 1 and 1 on target. And they scored with it. And it was a long range effort. And we do not deserve to be 1-0 down here. We have been the better team for me. And I think we're very, very unlucky that we are 1-0 down. We'll get those fists pumping. And I don't think... We'll tell the boys they've not played as well as they could do. I think maybe the nerves are getting to them a little bit. and that's maybe why some of these chances are being fluffed. I think as well with the new signings, it is going to maybe take a little bit of time to bed in, but I think there's certainly some good signs there that it looks like this team, it could play well together. We may make some changes soon, as we've not seen a highlight in the second half and the hour mark is coming up. We'll make that change now as the hour mark has come and gone and still no highlight. We'll bring Bolly off for Ollie Turner, a man that he's not actually signed a contract. He's on a week-to-week contract on £300 a week, and the reason for that is he wants £5 a week permanently, which I'm just not going to give him. So we'll just make the Ollie Turner change now and see if he can have a bit more of an impact, and then we'll look at making a couple more changes as the game progresses. Still no real highlight in the second half, but there is one now. Stewart ball in, it's headed away by Hull. We're going to demand a bit more again. Mouthering keeps the ball in on the flank, finds Gardner into Turner. Good ball to Lundulu, finds Kenlock on the left. Can he whip a ball in? Or will he beat his fullback? He stood up and he just can't beat Louis Coyle there at right back. And Chris Barnes, the goal scorer, clears it. But Gardner picks it once again. Kenlock into Turner now. Kenlock, can he whip a ball in? He does this time and it's headed away by Watts. Gardner, Mitchell, what can he do now? He was influential in the first half. Will he be in the second half? Low ball in. And it's cleared away by Hull again. We are putting them under the cosh. And I think we are certainly worth a draw here. Mitchell, he's been brought up. And Mitchell has got a penalty. And Chambers has been called over. Can we change who's taking this? We're going to let Lundulu take it on his debut. Will he score? He does! Dan and Lundulu, there it is. After 72 minutes, he pulls it back to 1-1. A goal that has been coming and we've thoroughly deserved. And he scores on his second debut for the club. And a good penalty straight past the keeper. And there it is at 1-0, 72 minutes gone. And it's game on here at Roots Hall. We'll encourage the boys. I think we'll make another sub with 12 minutes remaining. We'll bring Taylor Perry off, put Stewart in the middle, and on the right, sorry, and bring Dieng on into the middle. Timothy Dieng, a man that's been with us since League 2. If we get to the Premier League, will he make it there with us? I really hope so, because I like Dieng. He's been such an influential player for us. 5 minutes to go. No real highlights since the penalty. And it looks like we could be picking up a point on our opening game of the season. Or is there a late bit of drama here? Gardner finds Stewart on this right-hand side now. What can he do? Mitchell's on the overlap. Gets past the fullback. Good ball in. It's headed away. It was aiming for Lundulu. Dieng, Kenlock playing it between themselves. Turner back to Kenlock. Plays it inside to Gardner. Everything seems to be going through Gardner. Stewart. Mitchell. What can he do? He won the penalty. Dieng at the edge of the area. And Dieng! Oh, that would have been a swan song for him to get a goal in the Championship. He didn't score for us last season. And he had a chance right there at the end. But there it is. A good performance all round. A really good performance. And I don't think we've done ourselves any harm whatsoever. 25 shots and 7 on target to Hull's 5 and 2. And we've come away with a 1-1 draw. I think we're very, very unlucky there to come away with that result. We'll outstretch the arms and tell the boys that that was a really good comeback and they should be proud of their efforts. They deserve 3 points there. They really, really did deserve all 3 points. Not to be, unfortunately, on the opening day, but I still think that was a really good, strong performance and gives us a lot of hope going into the rest of this season. And we find ourselves in 12th after that game. What we'll do is, then, viewers, we'll come back right at the end of August on the 31st for the Brighton game, who are one of the stronger teams in this league, and see how we can match ourselves against them. If you have enjoyed that video, viewers, please don't forget to smash that like button for me, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Don't forget you can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bearlenation. Link is down in that description below. Thank you all very much for the support for this series so far. It is much appreciated. I'll see you again for more next time.